Hey Facebook, how are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who is on today? You guys, I'm super excited. This live is going to be so different than a normal live that I do. As you can see, I already have my makeup on. My hair is super cute. And I am totally like chill and relaxed tonight because I want this person that I am going to be interviewing to feel so relaxed with me, knowing that I'm just chill today. So, listen, you guys, this is what we're going to do. Can you guys hear me? Throw some hearts right now if you guys can hear me. Do me a favor, you guys go ahead and hit that share button if you guys are hopping on. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. Hey, Tasha. Hi. You guys, I'm so excited to be here. Welcome. All right, so listen, you guys. I know we get asked all the time about listening to somebody else's journey, about listening to somebody else's story and how they found success and how can I be successful here with Lime Life. Well, you know what? Tonight is your night. I am actually going to be interviewing one of my star beauty guides within Lime Life by Alcone, and she just popped on. So I'm going to bring her on here. You guys, I will introduce to you the beautiful one and only. And give her a minute. I'm adding her. She's coming. You guys, I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm actually really nervous. Hi. Welcome. How are you? You guys, this is Angela Renee. Awesome.
Hi, everybody.
Guys, yes, this is the beautiful one and only Angela Renee. She lives in Atlanta, which is like close to like my heart because I lived 45 minutes south of Atlanta and I used to shop in Atlanta all the time and then go to PF Chang's and Cheesecake Factory and all that stuff there. So I miss me some Atlanta. So she has like a piece of my heart. So you guys throw up a heart right now. You guys say hey to Angela. And
they're saying they don't see me?
They don't see you? Oh no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this today. You guys don't see her? Oh no, that's not good. Okay, give it a
so
minute.
Let's go away to bring me back in, maybe?
Hold on, let me just see. You know how the comments are so delayed? So we're just now seeing I can't see. So let's just give it a minute and see if eventually they're like, oh, there she is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, so let's give it a minute. If not, what we'll do. So so let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys see a box up at the top or do you guys just don't see? Do you guys think that I'm just talking to myself? Do you hear her? Okay, so it doesn't look like it's fixing.
No,
they can hear you.
Oh, they can hear me. Okay, well.
They say they can hear you, but they say they can't see you. That's so weird. There's no box up at the top? That's odd.
There's no box.
Turn your phone.
So since they can't see me, look, there you go.
Look, I am just going to like I'm going to talk. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pretend you're there. Hi, Angela.
Hi, okay. Brooke. Oh my gosh, Lauren. I did just call you Brooke.
Listen, okay, that's so weird. Let's do this. Let me cancel you out and then we'll bring back in. We can't do the live sideways because I'll let Angela tell you about that story. But let me cancel you out and I'll bring you back in. Let me see. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, let's try this again. So, you hear her but don't see her. Okay, let me try this again. So weird. Let me add her again. We can't do the whole... Okay, hi, you're back. You guys tell me, Angela, look on your phone and see if you came back. Or look on whatever you're doing, whatever you just showed me. Did you come
Whatever
up?
I was looking on.
Yeah. Are you there?
Yes, I'm up.
Yay!
I can see me.
Okay, good. Good.
Awesome.
All right, you guys. She is here. You guys throw up a heart right now if you guys can see her now. Let's make sure that everything is is good, and we are rocking and rolling. All right. I know that we've got a delay. Okay, good. We're seeing some hearts. Hey, ladies. Okay, good. We see her. Yay. Okay, you guys, this is the beautiful Angela Renee.
Hi.
So yes, Angela, you want to explain why we do lives this way with you?
Well, I have Android phones, so this is my grandma phone. That's my grandma phone. This is actually the good phone. So, yeah.
Okay, so with her phones, it doesn't allow her to do a horizontal, right?
Right. Yeah.
Horizontal live. Yeah, that's right. Laying horizontal. Okay. Doesn't allow her to do a horizontal live. So we're going to stay like this, which is fine. We can still do a live like this. You guys can still see her. You can hear her. You guys throw some hearts right now. You guys hit the share, because this is going to be a really, really good live as far as explaining to you guys a different journey, because you hear my story. You hear how I got here. You hear my why. You know everything there is to know about me. And so I really wanted you guys to really get a feel and a taste for what it feels like to be on the journey, because you guys, I've hit the top. I've done it. I've hit the top. I've walked through exactly where Angela Renee is. And so I want you guys to hear a different side. I want you guys to see what it is that Angela Renee is doing and how she applies this to her life every single day, how she works her business so that she can be at the top one day, and we're one day soon, right? We're working on getting her there. She's working really hard on making that happen. So I want you guys to see a different beauty guide's point of view in this industry, because the thing is, you guys, is we all come from different roads. We all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different walks of life. Our stories are all different. We don't look the same. We don't act the same. We don't do things the same. Our makeup applications are going to be different. Our talks are going to be different. Our stories are going to be different. And there is no one cookie cutter success. There are so many people who are successful in this industry, who are successful with all different types of stories and all different types of backgrounds and the journeys that they took to get to the top. So that's what I love so much about what we're doing, is I want you guys to see what she's doing to be able to be successful, and how she is applying it to her personal life as well. So Angela, just give us a little bit of, obviously I've said your name, but who you are, where you come from, a little backstory about you.
Well, a little backstory of me is I am a single mom to an adult child. I have one child. She's 20, still currently lives in the home with me. My mother passed away in 2014. So I found myself around 2015 in a very dark year. And I worshiped my way through. I'm a Christ follower, and I just worshiped my way through. And around about April of 2018, somebody shared a video with me, and I had been searching and searching for makeup that would not let me feel like my wrinkles were walking in the room before I did, because that's literally what I thought. I had that feeling. I had that feeling, and I'm like, my wrinkles are walking through the room. And my skincare was a huge deal for my mom, right? Mm-hmm. So it was a big deal. So I took that on for her, because she was no longer here. So I got this share, and it's from a very trusted friend. So I clicked on it, and lo and behold, there's Lauren with a unibrow. And I messaged my friend privately and said, "What did you share with me? I don't understand this at all." And she was like, "Go back and watch it. The uni doesn't stay. It's crazy." Hashtag uni doesn't stay. Right? And so I came back to your live, and I actually said, "What are we watching here?" That was the first statement that I said on your live. And I remember when people come on my live and say things like that, I remember that's an honest question.
It is an honest question.
What am I watching?
Right.
So that's a little bit of backstory on me. You know, and I'm from Atlanta. I have an accounting degree. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, so you guys, I will never forget Angela Renee. She used to pop on my lives all the time. Once she popped on and saw the unibrow, it was over from then. She was like, that's it. I'm glued. I'm hooked. I'm going to watch this girl no matter what. And so this girl, she's hopping on my lives every single live, just like a lot of you guys who are dedicated, who are like, you know, who adore me. And you guys think I'm the best thing since sliced bread, but I don't know why. This is literally Angela. She jumps on my lives all the time. And I remember this is when my lives were like in the thousands, you guys. So like I would have thousands. I have almost 8,000 people on my lives at a time. And I couldn't keep up with the questions. I couldn't keep up with the comments. I couldn't keep up with people saying, hey, how do I order? Or how do I join your team? Or, you know, how is this good for dry skin? Is it good for oily skin? And you guys, I'm literally on my live and I'm trying to keep up with questions. I'm doing my makeup and I start noticing, after it took me a little while, but I start noticing this girl just answer my questions for me. Like she's answering everything for me, and not only answering them, she's answering them correctly. And I'm just like, this girl, she knows everything about Lime Life. And so I finally reached out to her one day after she had already been a client, you know, for a little while, and she'd been buying makeup. And it's funny that she said that about my wrinkles, you know, walking in before me. I remember her saying that to me. And I remember her sending me a picture of her forehead and saying, how do I make these not show, you know? And I'm trying to explain to her, I'm like, listen, the makeup is amazing. But when you start using the skincare, you're going to start seeing a huge difference. And did you?
I did, but I want to tell you, it took me a long time before I even would buy some, because I was like, what hocus pocus? I'm like, well, there's something going on. And then I learned that she was a pastor's wife, and I was like, okay, wait, well, we can't be hocus pocusing if we're pastors' wives, right?
That's right.
So I'm like, okay, well, and my daughter's like, Mom, it's a credit card. Like, you can buy it and return it before you owe a payment on it if you don't like it. She's like, you're not shy about returning stuff. And
right.
So that's why I went ahead and tried it. But I loved the makeup. I absolutely loved it.
She did.
And then the skincare, it
was a whole nother level.
Fell in love.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's this beautiful woman on my live all the time, answering all these questions for me. And I reach out to her one day. I get off my live and I'm like, have you ever thought about, and you guys, I don't do this, and you guys, and Angela Renee knows me very well. I don't reach out to people. Usually people just reach out to me. I never cold message people. I don't want people to think that you know, I'm going to hound them or anything like that. For all you guys who are on here, you guys know that I don't reach out to you guys. And so Angela Renee, one day I was just thinking, you know what, I'm just going to like take a shot in the dark here. And I'm just going to message her and I'm going to say, you know, hey, have you ever thought about joining my team? And I think she was a little taken back. And, you know, she was like, what, me? No, like, no way. I just buy the makeup. I'm just a really good customer. I would never be good at that. And I'm like, but you already do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you work for me. You might as well make money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you're on my lives and you're answering, you're literally working. You're working and you might as well be getting paid for it, you know? And so I don't know how long it took you. I don't even remember the timeline. Well,
I think I started watching you in April and I joined July 28th.
Okay. So there you go.
What kind of finalized it for me is you went to Palooza. And you had a training at Palooza to do. And there were people messaging me to get in touch with you while you're in a training at Palooza that you were heading up. So I had people asking me for color matches, people asking me how to put in an order, people asking me how to do back office stuff. And I was like, real. I'm a customer. And I would take screenshots and send them to Lauren going, you might want to help your girl.
I remember that. Yes.
And so I would show it to my daughter and she's like, Mommy, you know, she's already talked to you about joining. These people are coming to you so they know you know what you're talking about. why don't you do this and get
Why don't you
paid?
do it and get paid?
And
That's
that's still the
exactly
deal.
right. It's exactly right. And I mean, I should have just hired you as my personal assistant. Honestly, I mean, I could have done that. If you had said no to joining, I probably would have just hired you as my personal assistant. Because I mean, she was literally answering my messages for me. You guys have to imagine. You guys have to just think before Facebook changed all of their algorithms, and I would have thousands of people on my lives. If you can just imagine when I would get off a live, the amount of, I would have 40 to 60, just depending on the live, 40 to 60 brand new messages in my inbox every single time I got off a live. 40 to 60. And they knew Angela Renee because because at this point, I would be like, Angela Renee, can you answer that? Or, hey, and she would just be answering. And so they would well, they just thought she worked for me. And so they were like, well, I'll message her since I can't get a hold of Lauren. And so it just kind of became this, I'll help you, you help me kind of thing. And then I was like, girl, just join my team. You know what I'm saying? So eventually she did. And so this is kind of where, and I think we kind of answered the question here. I've got a list of questions, but this is kind of, you already answered the questions. How did you find Lime Life? You found it through a shared video. Okay.
And let me tell you, let me pause here and say, it's the one and only time that friend has ever shared one of your videos.
That is so
Ever.
cool.
She's never shared before, never shared since. So that to me was a God ordained
That's a God
share.
thing. Yes. Well, it's kind of like Brooke Geary. I don't know if you guys know who Brooke Geary is and you guys know her story. But I was actually in a carpool line waiting to pick my daughter up from school, and in 6th grade. And I'm sitting there. I had just started Lime Life. I not just started, but I had been in a few months, and I'm like, I got to go live in natural lighting because I didn't have really good natural lighting where I was. And I was like, I'll just go live in the carpool line and I'll put my foundation on in carpool and I'll show these people how amazing this coverage is and how quick you can put this makeup on while you're sitting in carpool line. And so I just did my foundation really quick and it was the same thing. Somebody shared my video. Brooke Geary, I've never met this person before in my life, happened to just show up on my live video, ordered foundation, and she ended up signing as a beauty guide as well. And she is one of the top runners in this company, in this industry. You guys, this is how this stuff works. It's amazing. It's truly incredible how when you share videos, when you comment on things, when you really support the people that you guys are watching, you are not just helping that person, you are also helping the people who would never had gotten the chance or the opportunity to be able to see that live. So now Brooke Geary and now Angela Renee, their lives are forever changed because somebody hit that share button. Do you understand can you grasp that? Everybody just, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
huge.
I love that. I love that so much. And you obviously were a customer first, which I think we did cover that because that was going to be one of my questions. Okay, so I have a question for you. What drew you into the business opportunity and how long did it take? Well, we already answered that. And how long did it take for you to join? I think we did answer that as well. I feel like we're just going through this with our story. Okay, so here we go. We'll get to this one. Tell us a little bit about your journey so far with Lime Life, what rank you are, and how you got started, to where you are now.
Well, that's a big gulp all in one, right?
That is.
So
Swallow it.
Right? I know. So I started July 28, 2018, and I started just like everybody else, a beauty guide in training. And in August, I stayed a beauty guide in training. And then in September, something changed. Before I go there, let me tell you, my way of doing this is I go live every single day without
Every day.
fail, without excuse.
Every day, y'all. Every day, this girl is live every single day. Yeah.
Without fail, without excuse, even on traveling. I annoyed my
roommates
in New Orleans because I'm like, all right, y'all, we got to go live. Everybody realize it. We're going live. So, but I caught the dream in September because in July and August, I was just in here to get a discount. And then in September, I realized something was possible here. And there was a future bigger than I ever could have seen here. And I have support through Lauren, through Brooke, through Rhonda, Lauren's mom. Why did I call you Laura?
It's okay. Either one works.
Hey, how you doing? But I gained support, and through countless other women that have gone unnamed, but they have supported me through this, and I've got training that is unmatched. And in September, I shot up, and I went from $300 in sales in August to $1,000 in sales in September to $3,000 in sales in October.
Right.
And in October, I gained a team, and I gained a team and promoted the lead level into star level. So in October, I promoted twice. And up to that point, it was kind of unheard of.
Yeah.
Several people have done it since then, but up to that point, it was people did it, but it was kind of unheard of.
It's a big deal to double promote in 1 month. That's a huge deal.
Right.
Yeah.
So I realized in October, okay, not only can my sales matter, but I could actually lead a team and help change their futures too, and help them see a future they might not have seen before they stepped into this field. They may not have seen it, and they may not have seen a possibility that would have been there. So my journey is every day, without fail, without excuse, I go live. Now that's my path. That may not be your path.
Right.
But you have to set a definition of what your success is going to be, and then redefine it every month.
Right.
Are you okay with that success level, or do you want to grow higher? And if you want to grow higher, what are we going to do to grow you higher?
That's right.
How are you going to get there? And don't allow yourself to give an excuse. Now, you guys, I've been sick for the past 3 days. I've been running a fever, but my honey was still on alive.
She did. I messaged her and I was
No
like,
excuses.
do you want to do this? And she was like, well, I'm kind of scratchy voice, but I'll do it. So I was like, you go, girl. That's boss babe right there. In fact, I'll tell you a little bit of my story. This live, I'll just shoot it to you real. This live has been planned for a hot minute, and I have been so busy and so overwhelmed with so much that I just literally just didn't have time to like put forth the effort to do this live. And I usually don't say this, but my husband's out of town. So I'm a stay-at-home mom right now for the next 3 days. My daughter's in cheer camp. Landry had a field trip today. Lincoln has a double ear infection. And so it's like, I'm just so overwhelmed right now with things to do. And I even messaged my fellow senior directors, and I said, you guys, I've literally dropped the ball today. I cannot do this live tonight. It's just not going to happen. I'm so overwhelmed. I just can't. And you know what? It's like sometimes when you say things out loud and you like realize that you've said them, you literally give yourself your own pep talk. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. But I put it out there, and then I realized, hey, I'm held accountable. Like, I was on the schedule for this. I need to put my big girl panties on and like show up boss babe, and I need to do this. And I thought no one better than to reach out to than Angela Renee, because she always goes live. And so I was like, I know that she'll be ready. And so I was like, I'm going to reach out to her. And so I was like, and here I am. I'm doing it. You guys, this is working your business. You have to treat this like a 9 to 5. This is not, sure, if you want to make it a hobby, that's fine. But if you are looking for a full-time income, if you're looking for a 6-figure income, if you're looking to supplement your full-time income so that you can leave your full-time job, you have to treat it like a 9 to 5. You have to clock in and clock out. You have to show up and you have to show out. It is the same type of work atmosphere as if you were to walk into a building and clock in and be held accountable from your bosses and your people, above you. We have people around us who hold us accountable, even though, it's not like, 3 strikes you're out type of thing. It's literally it's just this thing. It's like this unspoken thing that you're just like, I'm a boss babe. I have responsibilities. I earn a paycheck every single month. And if I am going to lead by example, I have to do some things sometimes that I don't want to do, or I'm sick, I don't feel good, but I still have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same type of mindset, you guys, that you actually have to have in this industry to to be successful, you know? So I love that about you, Angela Renee, that you like showed up anyway, you know, and hats off to you for showing up every single day. And you guys, just really quick, when I was walking through my journey with Lime Life to hit the top of the company, and my journey's not over. I'm still walking a journey. My journey just looks different than Angela Renee's. But when I was walking through my journey as a beauty guide and a lead beauty guide and a star beauty guide and a director, you know, those kind of things, I committed, and I was exhausted. I was exhausted. I was worn out, but there was something greater on the other end that I knew existed, that I had to walk through the pain and I had to walk through the hurt so that I can like literally taste the rainbow. Okay. I mean, so you have to understand, if you want that success and you want to hit the top of the company, you're going to have to walk through some crap. Like, you're going to have to walk through some fire, and you're going to have sleepless nights. You're going to have, you know, moments where you just don't feel like doing work, but you have to show up anyway, you know? And I did. I went live every single day. I did 100-day live challenge, and I think I made it up to about 80 something before my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. And at that point, my mind just wasn't there, and I just could not give it my all. But once I calmed down and things settled down, I was able to come back and go back full swing into my business. And you guys, doing that 80 something days of lives is what got me to the top of the company. That is literally what got me to senior director. So, you know, it's commitment. It's commitment, you know, but commitment, hard work pays off, you guys. It pays off.
Well, and I want to pause there for a second,
Yeah.
if I can interject. I didn't tell you guys, I also work a full-time job in an office every
Yes.
Monday through Friday.
Yes, she does.
So I do both full-time. So don't say, I work, I can't do that. The reality is, if you'll find your dream, you actually can do whatever it is you want.
Yeah.
It just depends on how bad do you want it and what are you willing to sacrifice for the better. Yes.
Yeah. It's so true. And that's what I'm saying, that I mean, I would go live at night after my kids. Now, my baby, Lincoln, was just a baby, and I was still nursing her when I was on these 100 days of lives. And so, I mean, I would nurse her. I would put her down knowing she's probably going to wake up really soon. So, you know, I would nurse her like around like 10 o'clock. And then I would nurse her. Was I nursing her? You know, she was already going about 4 or 6 hours. So I would nurse her, put her down. So about 8 or 8:30, I would go live every single night. And my lives would last like 2 hours. No, you don't have to last 2 hours, but mine would. And then I would be up late at night answering those 40 to 60 messages while I was in the bathtub. And I wouldn't go to sleep until like 1 or 2 in the morning. And then I would get up, and then my day started as a mom, and I was exhausted. I was tired. But I thank God every single day that I pushed through, that I did it despite how I felt. And I told my family, I said, listen, this is not forever. Like, this is not forever. I want us to be in a place where we can be in financial freedom, that we can have a savings account, that we can travel wherever we want to, that we can buy Christmas galore, that we can go to Disney on a whim whenever we want to. And in order for those things to happen, I'm going to have to make some sacrifices right now in our family. And that's what I had to do. And there were moments, there were nights that I didn't get to spend with them. I didn't get to you know, tuck my girls in bed and kiss them goodnight. I didn't do bath time with my husband. You guys, I'm telling you what, he literally, if I didn't have a supportive husband, because he looked at me in the eye and he said, I know how bad you want this. And if this is what you want to do, and this is where you feel you're supposed to be, And he was seeing success. Like he was seeing the numbers, like when I was having $1,000 paychecks, and then the $2,000 paychecks, and then the $5,000 paychecks, and then the $10,000 paychecks. And when he started seeing those paychecks, he was like, oh, like this is real. Like I'm going to step up my game as a husband, and I'm going to take care of the family so that she can get us into a place where we are in financial freedom and don't have those financial, stresses over our life. And you guys, once we paid off all of our debt, we have a savings account, we're able to do things that we want to do because I made those sacrifices. That's exactly what Angela Renee is doing right now. You see what I'm saying? So like where she's walking right now is where I've been. I've been there. And so she sees people like me, and she sees, people who have, who are successful, who've walked that road. And she's like, I can do this. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make the sacrifices. And this girl's on the verge of a promotion. Like, we are close. We are super close to this promotion. And so, but you guys, that couldn't have happened if she hadn't stayed dedicated. If she had one day decided, you know what, this is not for me. I can't do this. Whenever people don't pop on her lives and she would get off and instead of having a pity party because nobody showed up, she said, heck no, not today, Satan. We're going to try again tomorrow. And that's exactly what she's done. And I've watched her numbers grow on lives. And that's the thing, you guys, lives is about trust. Lives is about gaining your trust, your network's trust. When they see you committed and when they see you dedicated to something that you are passionate about, that's when people buy in. That's when people say, I want a part of this. I want to be a customer, or I want to buy into your team, because they realize that you are committed, and you are proving to them that you are not only committed to your success. If you are that committed to your success, you are going to be committed as a leader to their success. And they're waiting on that. They're waiting on you to prove that to them. So if you just come into this game and you say, you try it for 2 weeks or for a month and it's not going the way you expected and you bow out, guess what? That's on you. That's on you, because you didn't stay committed and you didn't give it a chance. You didn't give it a chance. Our CEO, she talks about a hockey stick. And if you guys can visualize with me what a hockey stick looks like, the bottom of the hockey stick is straight across, right? And then there's a curve and the hockey stick goes straight up, right? What happens is a lot of times people in direct sales will join the company and they'll be at the beginning of the hockey stick and they'll be traveling their journey. They'll be they'll be doing this, and there's no upward motion. It's just this straight, it's like this. And it's a slight incline, because if you know a hockey stick, it has a slight incline. It's not a major one. It's a very slight one. And you're on this hockey stick and you're just slowly making progress, right? Well, what happens is you get to the end of that curve, and one or two things are going to happen. You're in a split in the road, and one or two things are going to happen. You are either going to drop off and you are going to waste and throw away everything that you have invested into your life, into your family, into your career, into your future. All of this that you've worked so hard and so tirelessly, and you decided it wasn't for you, and you backed away at the moment where you are about to make magic, the moment you are about to walk away from something so great. Because once you make that curve, once you pass that curve in that hockey stick, guess what? It is straight up from there. The sky is the limit, and your success, it literally skyrockets, and there's no holding you back, because it literally hits you like a ton of bricks, and it happens so quickly. But what happens is people fall off at the edge of that hockey stick, and they give up. They give up, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my spirit, because there are so many people who have walked away from this industry that I'm like, you were so close. You were so close to making a difference and so close to changing your future, and you walked away. You walked away. So Angela Renee is literally, she is curving that hockey stick, you guys, and she is on the road to success and on the road to the top of the company. So I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. Let me just ask you one more question. One more question. Let me see. What does this question say? Let's talk about this volume. Hold on. Well, let me ask you this, okay? What do you think led to growing your network the size it is? And can you walk, and you kind of already walked us through going live every single day, but what are some other things that you do that helps grow your network every single day
I
besides going
build
live?
relationships. I build
Ah,
relationships with people.
key word,
Yes.
relationships.
Yes, I strive to add new friends that are genuine, that we want to have a connection from something, whether it's their love of Broadway, because I love Broadway, it's oxygen, or if it's the love of the specific worship music that I'm loving
Mhm.
right at that moment. I try to find genuine friends. So I want to build relationships and have something outside of whatever this is and just get a genuine connection with them.
Right, right.
And then, just really good customer service, because let's face it, if they're going to be my customers, whether they're sharing, whether they're buying,
Hmm.
I want to provide good customer service for them. So I want to answer questions. I hardly ever ignore any question that comes through. More often than not, Facebook eats it. But so that to me is a good customer service, is
Hmm.
answering them as they come across. Um,
Right.
I answer my messages within 24 hours, usually within an hour or two.
Hmm.
Um, and I send thank you notes out
Yeah.
when people order.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you notes are
So
great. It's a great way to grow your network, you guys. So listen, if you're scared of Facebook Lives, that's okay. That is okay. You do not, no, nobody is pushing you. Nobody's going to hound you. You're not obligated. That's not something in the contract, to do is Facebook Live. You don't have to do it. Now, will it grow your business faster? Absolutely. It definitely will, because Facebook is an avenue to reach people you can't reach, because you are human. And unless you are, if you can just visualize with me and think about like going door to door. So imagine how many hours a day it would take you. Okay, so let's just say let's say an average live could reach, by the time you get off, it could reach 300 to 500 people. Okay, like when you're just now starting. Okay, we'll say 300. Okay, how many hours would it take you to reach 300 people in one day? And not only that, a live is only like an hour or 2 hours long, and you've reached 300, and that's just since you've gotten off. That's not including the replay watcher. So that live could eventually hit about 500 people. Okay, so how long would it take you to go door to door, or to do a party, or to do a vendor event, or whatever, and reach as many people as you can on a live, one to one, or person to person? It's 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 almost impossible. I mean, could you do it? Sure. Would it take your entire day from 24 hours? Probably. Okay,
if
so
you're lucky,
if you're lucky. So Facebook Live is like a jump start. It's literally like supercharge. It's just a faster way to supercharge your business, right? It's a faster way to just get, all those people, in your network to love you, to adore you, to earn, to earn their trust, and to see that you're not spammy and you're not salesy, and what you're doing is genuine, and those kind of things. And so that, that's why Facebook Lives works so well. Okay, but you're not obligated to do that. If you want to do one-on-ones, if you want to do home parties and want to do shows, then you guys, it's literally your own business. You can run your business and you can work your business however you want, at the speed you want, at the rate you want. So don't feel like that's something that you have to be obligated to do. All right, Angela, last question. For anyone who is
okay,
thinking of joining this company, what would you tell them?
I would tell you, don't let your fear cloud your forever. Your future is going to be defined on whether or not you let that fear settle in. because Lauren said she contacted me and said, "Are you interested?" I let the fear get over on me, and I would have missed this future that I have right now. And your future is tied into someone else's story,
Mhm.
and they need you in their story as much as you need to be in your future.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't let it slip through your fingers. You're changing so many futures by saying your yes.
Mhm.
And what is the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is you get amazing skincare and some good makeup, and you can say truly that you tried.
Right.
And okay, well, that didn't work for me. That's okay. It's okay. But at least you won't be forever for the next 50 years going, but what if I would have done it?
That's right. That's right. Yep. I say that all the time. I say failure is not trying. Well, hold on. I just said that wrong. Failure is not trying and falling, right? Failure is
Right.
actually just not trying to me. Okay. I would rather know that I tried something and it didn't work than to say I never tried at all. Okay. That's just who I am as a person. And here's the thing, you guys, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Okay. It's scarcity over abundance. Abundance over scarcity. Why am I saying anything backwards today? It is abundance over scarcity. You have got to get in the mindset that you are worth it, that you are
Mm-hmm.
qualified. You're qualified to do this. You don't have to have all your ducks in a row. You don't have to have the best makeup skills. You don't have to have the best teaching skills or talking, skills. It's not about that. What the beauty of this industry and what is so incredible about direct sales in general is that you literally work on your own terms. You make your own schedules. You're free to do whatever you want. You're free to be your own boss, within the guidelines of policies and procedures. But the best thing about it is you actually learn about yourself and you grow more than you ever thought you could. You grow in confidence. You grow in security in who you are. You grow your self-worth. You grow your value. You start changing for the better. And once you start changing for the better, people around you are infected by that, and then they start changing for the better. Because as you guys, it's all about putting it out there and adding value into people's lives and showing women that they are worth it. Whether they join your company or they join your team or whether they invest in your products or not, it's not really about that. What it's about is exactly what Angela Renee said. It's about building relationships. And if you have a heart for people and if you have a heart for just helping women find their self-worth, I got news for you. This is the job for you.
Yeah.
This is the company that will help give you the vehicle to make those things happen. My husband says all the time, he tells people, the company has great skincare, sure. The company has great makeup, absolutely. Has an amazing CEO, hands down. He said, those things are great, but that is not the reason why I love this company. He said, the reason why I love this company is because it showed my wife and it gave my wife the vehicle to be who she was intended to be, who God created her to be. And that is exactly what I've shown up for. And this is the platform that God has given me to be able to bring out my leadership skills, to bring out my confidence. You guys, I struggled with anxiety and depression for years. I was on Paxil. I was on Xanax. I wasn't eating. I wouldn't leave the house. I had butterflies in my stomach constantly, that I was nauseated. I would pass out at the drop of a hat because I was so, like, the way I was breathing was not correctly. I was in and out of hospitals. I saw psychiatrists. I saw counselors. You name it, you guys. I had blood tests done. I wore a heart monitor. I did a sleeping study. You guys, I can't even, like, the amount, like, I had CAT scans. I had all sorts of tests done and ran on me because people couldn't figure out what's wrong with me. I was literally sick. And the only thing that the doctors could pinpoint was her anxiety is so bad. Like, she has such severe anxiety. I had a doctor, the doctor who finally figured out, how to cure me. He had been a doctor for years. He's an older doctor, an older gentleman. And he told my husband, he said, her anxiety is the worst I've ever seen. I have never seen anybody as sick as her. He said, I am genuinely worried. I am so worried about her. And my depression was because of how much anxiety I had. So my depression didn't come first and the anxiety happened. I had a horrible chemical imbalance and I had so much anxiety that it was causing me to be depressed because I could not live my best life, right? So I had anxiety when I joined this company. I had anxiety. I actually had just come off of my Paxil because I had gotten pregnant with Lincoln. And I was 4 months pregnant when I joined Lime Life. So 4 months off of the Paxil, I was doing pretty well. Something weird happens to me when I'm pregnant. All of my chemicals, they just balance and I feel the best I've ever felt. So you have to imagine I was on Paxil for about 7 years. And then I got off of that because I got pregnant with Lincoln, got off of that. And my anxiety and the depression always would hit about 6 months to a year after I gave birth. Okay. Because I've had 3 kids and it's happened with the last 2. So my husband said to me, he was like, but like, as soon as you have Lincoln, like, you need to get back on this medicine. This medicine, it didn't make me my true self, but it made me livable. Like, I could function. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could actually like talk and have conversation with you without like zoning out or crying or anything like that. So he was like, you got to get back on this medication. I can't live with this. Right. And so, after I had Lincoln, you guys, I had Lime Life. Lime Life was like my medicine. It was my out. And I remember praying, I said, God, I know that Lime Life didn't just, I'm going to cry. Sorry. Hold on. I know that Lime Life didn't just fall in my lap for a reason. I know that this was a healing for me. And I know it was something that you were giving me instead of Paxil. I know that sounds so weird, but it was like God saying, no, I am going to show you how you can minister and how you can speak into women's lives that have walked through the same battle as you, and you are now an overcomer. You can do this. And so Lime Life, it was like, I prayed, I was like, God, when I got pregnant with Lincoln, I prayed for a brown-haired, blue-eyed peacemaker. I don't know why. Both of my other girls have brown eyes, and I wanted a blue-eyed baby so bad. And so I prayed for a brown-haired, blue-eyed peacemaker. And when Lincoln came, are you okay? I'm sorry. When Lincoln came, she was brown haired and she was blue eyed. And you guys, she was my peace. She was my peace. And so Lime Life was that other avenue for me, that source. It was like God just said, I'm not only going to give you this beautiful blue eyed peacemaker, I'm also going to give you a platform, and I'm going to give you a vehicle to be able to minister to women like Angela Renee and show people like Angela Renee her true worth and her self-worth and how she is valued and she is qualified to be able to change women's lives and to speak into people's lives around her. And that's how this industry works. It's literally a domino effect. When you say yes to this, you not only say yes to changing your life, you also say yes to changing so many lives around you and so many women who are hurting, who just need hope. They just need somebody to get on a live or to make a post about love and about hope and about something better out there that they are searching for, because they are so hungry for something and they're so desperate for some attention, because whatever it is that they're walking through is just, it's so much weight and such a burden on their life. And you can be the light right into their lives. And that is the beauty of what I do. Yes, I make a great paycheck, but the paycheck, you guys, take it away. It is not what I'm here for. It is not what I'm here for. It is literally the lives that I'm changing every single day. It is the people that I get to be a part of and the lives that I get to see change, like Angela Renee. You guys, the messages that I get day after day after day, Lauren, I got my first $1,000 paycheck. Lauren, guess what? I can pay my light bill. Lauren, guess what? I bought a new car today. Lauren, guess what? I am turning in my 2-week notice. I am making this my full-time job. Those are the messages I long for. Those are the reasons I live for. Those are the reasons I said yes. So you guys, you have so much to offer. You have so much there's so much world to be touched. Like, I can't do it all by myself. Angela Renee can't do it by herself. We are one person, and this world is huge, and this world is hurting, and it needs a lot of love, and it needs a lot of attention. Makeup is great, you guys, and it helps us feel beautiful, but really the beauty is from within. And when women feel beautiful from the inside out, that's when change happens. That's when change happens to the world, and that's when change happens to family and to them, to their lives, and to the people that they are impacting every single day. So I know you guys had a lot of questions. I saw questions come through, but you guys, I will, if you guys have any questions, by the way, I just want to say, if you guys follow Angela Renee, if you guys are always on her lives, if you guys, know who she is, and you guys are wanting to join this company, you guys, please reach out to her. If you guys are, know who I am, if you're in my network, please reach out to me. I can give you information on joining. We want to make sure we keep that, separate, so nobody's confused there. But we would both love to have you a part of this company. Angela is an amazing leader. I'm telling you guys, she's there, 100% there. She's there to answer your questions, and the girl works full time. I don't know how she does it, but she is there. She will answer your questions. Sometimes she puts me on my toes, you know what I'm saying? So she's there. She's a wonderful leader. She knows what she's talking about. So if you guys have ever thought about joining her team, you guys, please don't hesitate. Do that. Reach out to her. The beauty about joining her team is you get me too. So that's what's so great, is we're all in this together. And you guys would be a part of such an amazing company. I never keep up with anyone's lives until I came across yours during the 100 Days of Life. Oh, Kimberly, I love that. Oh, thank you, Clarissa. She never sleeps, Caitlin. You never sleep, Angela.
That's what my girls think. My girls know I answer every comment they ask.
Y'all don't know it. She actually has she has a robot, like her phone. Her ancient phone probably does things that our phones don't do. She sets timers on her phone, and they answer the core questions for you. Okay, Rachel, just reach out. I don't know if you're in my network or Angela's, but reach out to one of us, and we will give you information on how to do that.
Thank you, Jenny.
Oh, I'm trying to go back and read you guys. Do you guys have any questions before we hop off of here? I love this. I need to do this more often. This is way more fun than doing makeup. Do you guys like this kind of stuff? You guess I'm a beauty guy. Hold on, wait, what's that say? Training, joined 6 months ago, no lives, and was part of domestic violence, and bought the kit and made me pretty, and I don't. Wait, what? You said that you joined 6 months ago, and you bought the kit to feel pretty, but you don't feel pretty because you bought the kit. Is that what you're saying? I just want to make sure I'm understanding your comment correctly. Or are you saying that you do feel pretty because you bought the kit? I just want to make sure. Resend. Okay, I'll let you take a minute to retype that up. Both of you are awesome leaders. I'm so glad to be a part of this journey. Oh, thank you guys so much. Need the pep talks. Yes, love that. Loretta says, hey, Angela.
Hello, Loretta.
I love you guys so much.
Oh, that's so sweet, Jenny.
That's super sweet. Super duper sweet. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to Angela, do you have any questions for me?
I really don't. I would just encourage anyone, even if you're scared of alive, do 3, and after the 3rd one, you'll be ready to do it forever.
That's true. Take baby steps, right? You don't have to dive into some everyday live. And here's the thing is, you don't even have to do a live. Do a pre-recorded video. Do a
Yeah,
pre-recorded
absolutely.
video, start there, and do, then post the video, and then kind of grow from there. And then when you go live, do something small, like just show the coverage of the foundation or put the mascara on. It doesn't have to be a full face of makeup. You can actually keep it very, really short and really sweet.
Yes.
Been watching you and your mom for a long time. I live in San Antonio, Texas, and ready to join. Thought I would join under your mom and message her, but I think she's seen it. Oh, Lisa, that's amazing. I will reach out to her and let her know that you messaged her. Sometimes the filtered messages like take a while to come in. I
To
don't know
come
what's
through.
up with
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger, because I will go to my filtered messages and like update it, and then sometimes I will have messages in there that were from like yesterday that I didn't actually get
Mhm.
until today. So let me message her. Oh, she just, Mom,
There's mom.
there's Mom. Mom, you have Lisa. Lisa is reaching out to you to join your team. So you guys can connect, and you guys just make magic happen. This company is literally changing my life. That's amazing. I joined six. Okay, here we go. Wait, I feel I bought the kit to be pretty, and I feel even more ugly. Wait, wait, I'm so confused. Okay, Courtney, why don't you do this? Shoot me a message. Are you on one of our teams? Shoot us a message and let's talk personally. How about that? So that we don't go into that conversation on here. I don't want to mislead anybody. Yes, Rhonda is on. She is on. All right, you guys. So this has been fun. Just purchased a buttload of lime. I can't wait to get it. Jessica, that's awesome.
Jessica.
Oh, that's so great.
Be forewarned, Jessica. You're gonna love it. You're gonna want to get in. I'm
You
just
might
telling
join
you.
this
Be
company.
forewarned. It took me a couple months, but just be aware.
That's so true. Hey, you guys, if you guys haven't shared this video yet, please hit the share, because there are people who need to watch this who are going to be replay watchers. So please do us a favor and hit that share button from both of our tell her I don't have a message. Yeah, that's what I just told her, Mom. I will. God, I'm hot. I'm sweating up here. I will I will tell her, or she's on here. So thinking about it, but waiting to see next and join incentive is. Well, who knows? We never know the join incentive until the
The
literally
day of.
the day of. The day of. It's crazy. We don't get those privileges.
The
Line life is.
foundation. Somebody asked what's the best to purchase first? The foundation. Hands
Oh
down.
yeah, foundation or eyeshadow is definitely foundation for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Lime Life is addicting. I'm ready to order some spring goodies. Woo woo! Go girl, go get you some spring
Yes.
goodies. Go get you some. I'm 59 and I still have wrinkles, but I feel beautiful using Lime Life makeup. Oh, Kathy, that's wonderful. That's
Well,
wonderful.
and that's the thing. It doesn't get rid of the wrinkles, y'all, but it doesn't go into the wrinkles and make them more pronounced.
Yeah,
It's not true real Botox, but
right.
it works really, really well to conceal and plump them up a little bit.
But if you use the Lime Life skincare, if you're
That's what works to plump them up a little bit. It slows the wrinkles down for sure.
yeah, the
Oh, so
skincare.
frustrating.
Oh, that was so sweet. I told you at the meeting in Dothan I was meant to join. God would provide a way. Lauren, I got a job. Oh,
Yeah.
Marianne, that's amazing. Okay, my depression is so bad. I'm sorry if my words make no sense. I don't know what to do. Even as reaching out to husband. Oh, girl, I've been there. I have been there. You can ask my mom. In fact, she's still on here. She's still on here. I was so sick and over medicated that I would call my mom and I would tell her things that didn't even make sense. You could ask her. I literally would repeat myself a lot. And I remember it was the summer. I don't even remember what year it was, but it was one summer. My mom was out of school and I'm talking to her and I'm not making any sense. I'm literally not making any sense. I couldn't even really tell you like who I was. I couldn't tell you like how to get to like the nearest Chick-fil-A or grocery store. And you guys, like, it was so bad that my mom told my husband to take my keys away. Like, don't let her drive. Like, I was not in good shape at all. And come to find out, I was just over medicated. I was doctors are really quick to just throw you guys. I weighed 98 pounds and they had put me on like 50 milligrams of Zoloft. Like, that's like, I mean, I don't even understand it. I look back now and I'm like, how could y'all almost killed me, literally. I was very, very sick and they were just putting me on all these medications and I just wasn't making any sense of myself. And that's when my mom was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm flying out there. She flew out and she was like, stop taking that medicine now. Like, my mom's an RN. And so she was like, stop taking it. You're not taking this anymore. I'm flying out. We're going to get you to another doctor and we're going to figure out how to, to figure this out. That's when we started seeing another doctor, and that doctor finally said, you know what, I want you guys to see a friend of mine. He's a Christian psychiatrist. And you guys, once he said the word psychiatrist, I literally squalled my eyes out. I was like, that's it, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Y'all, I literally thought I was crazy. Because that was the last person I wanted to see. And I saw that doctor and I told him what was going on. And he looked at me in the eyes and he said, okay, Lauren. He said, you're not crazy. You are over-medicated. You're over-medicated. It's still in your system. We're going to start you on something really small. Again, 98 pounds. I'm very sensitive to medication. In fact, one ibuprofen would knock me out. So that just goes to show you. I mean, I would fall asleep to one ibuprofen. And so he's like, we're going to start you on something small. So he put me on a liquid dose of Paxil. It was so small that it didn't even come in a pill. They had to give it to me in liquid form. Okay. So I took a liquid form of Paxil for 7 years. It was within 1 week. 1 week, I knew who I was. I knew how to get to the grocery store. I remember going to the grocery store and I remember crying when I left because I had finally been successfully to the grocery store for 1 hour or whatever. And I made it. I made it out of the grocery store and I remember crying and calling my mom. I was like, I did it. I went to the grocery store. And it was because I could handle myself finally on some medication that was right for me. And so if you guys are struggling with anxiety or depression, you guys got to find, I really encourage you, try to find a doctor who is going to medicate you correctly and not just throw medicine at you, because that is the problem with our society. That is the problem with our world, is doctors are quick to medicate and over medicate. So find somebody who is going to find a Christian doctor, a Christian psychiatrist, even if you want to go that far, and find somebody who is going to treat you correctly and get you on the right medication for your body type and for your weight, because that's all it took for me, and that it was a game changer. It literally changed my life. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't know if you knew all that.
I didn't know all that. No.
Yeah,
A lot of that's new to me.
It was literally, it was bad. I remember I would go to the grocery store just because we needed groceries, and I was trying so hard just to get to the grocery store that I remember one time I got groceries in the buggy, and I'm walking through the buggy, and I literally sat on the floor in the grocery store, and I just start rocking myself back and forth because I literally feel the store, like the aisles closing in on me. And I felt like I couldn't get out. I was stuck. And I left the buggy there. I stood up and I ran out of the store, and then and I went home. I had Landry with me. Landry was just a baby. And I'm driving like this, you guys. I went home. I would call my mom. You guys, this obviously, like, this is, I mean, I don't mind telling you this because I want you guys to understand how bad off I was and how much this company has really changed my life, because it's given me a source of an outlet, and it's given me a platform to be able to speak, how bad my past was, so that you guys can understand, the journey that I was on and how I got here. But I would call my mom. I was never suicidal. But I just didn't want to live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never would say I would take my own life, but I was really tired of living the way that I was. And I would just pray, God, if you're not going to heal me, take me. Right. And I would, again, over medicated, couldn't think clearly. I'm driving and I would call my mom, and you guys, my mom just hopped back on here, but I would call my mom in tears. And I would just literally say to her, Mom, there's a tree. There's a tree. I'm driving by, there's a tree. And Mom's like, yeah, so? But in my mind, I'm thinking, she's over there like, I need to let her go. She doesn't feel good. I'm
It's
literally in
okay.
my mind, I'm thinking,
Sorry.
I could literally just run into this tree. I could just, not that I would, but I could. And it's like these thoughts that I couldn't control in my head, that it was like, if you guys understand like the little devil and the little angel on the, each side of your shoulder, that's literally my life. Like that's how I felt all the time. And so I would say these things to my mom, and my mom's like, Lauren, what are you talking about? Like, you don't make any sense. And I'm like, I know, I'm like, I can't figure this out. And so fast forward, you guys, here we are. I don't even know. It's been 10 years, probably 6, 7. Yeah, it's probably been about 10 years since I was in that state. And I'm much better now. Thank God. I'm much better now. So here, this is what I'm saying to you. I say all that to say, I'm not here to say that Lime Life is going to be your cure-all. Okay, I'm not going to say that when you join Lime Life, it's going to be this magic medicine and you're going to just, oh, it's just this healing that's just naturally going to happen. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that Lime Life is a good distraction. Okay, Lime Life is a good way to stay busy and stay focused on something that you see success, that you see actually unfolding before your eyes, because it's really hard for you to see healing happen when it's so gradual. But when you can attach yourself to something and stay focused on something, and you see change, when you see a paycheck go up, or when you see somebody join your team, or when you see people around you being successful, when you see change happening, you stop thinking about all the bad things that are happening to you. And I don't know if you guys know this, but anxiety and depression is just a vicious cycle. It's a cycle that it's hard to be broken. So it can be broken, but it's just a cycle. And until you break your way of thinking, until you break that mindset, you're just going to keep going in a circle. It's a hamster wheel. You're just going to keep going, and going. And so what Lime Life can do for you, Lime Life can be an avenue of a distraction. Lime Life can be something that you can attach yourself to, that you can forget about maybe the bad day you had because you got a sale that day, or you start seeing a paycheck, or you start seeing people join, and those kind of things. So, so that's what I'm saying to you. And I feel like, I don't know why I don't know. I feel like we went on a totally different road, but I
Somebody
feel like
needed to hear it.
somebody needed to hear it. And this was not our intention to talk about this, but, I just felt like I needed to clear that and clear the air for you guys to know that you can use this to help you. But I mean, Angela, Renee, and I both have very strong faith, and we know that the true healing is obviously is God and within Christ, but God also gives us resources to be able to find that healing, and it just happened to be Lime Life for me. So I love you guys so much. You guys are incredible. You guys have no idea how much you actually change our lives every single day. That's another beautiful thing about this industry, is it's literally what makes the world go round. When you guys comment, when you guys show up, when you guys share, when you guys purchase a foundation or a mascara or a lip color or whatever it is that you're doing, just having your support is investing into our lives, investing into our futures. And so even though you think you don't do much, or you think you're not changing lives, you actually are. So yeah, be proud of yourselves for who you are. I love you. I love you guys so much. And I am so honored, Angela, Renee, that you came on live with me and you took time out of your day, even though you're sick and you don't feel good. And I know you're ready to.
I appreciate you inviting me on. That's very, very awesome. It's a great feeling. And,
Aww.
That's part of Lime Life. That's part of Lime Life. We create relationships, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know what you mean to me, so I don't even need to go there. But thank you for inviting me.
I love you. I really do. You guys have a wonderful evening. Again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to either one of us and we'll be happy to answer those. But you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.